After 18 months living in South Africa, now back in America, there are two big ways that you have changed my lifestyle. And it's not just that I have a biscuit in the morning with my coffee. No, the two ways is one, I have definitely gotten much more appreciation for elders. I really was so moved by the way that people treat elders in South Africa. Like greeting them with, mama, baba, with, and tani. But like there's a real respect for elders that's cultural. It's deep, and it definitely has affected me, and I address people differently as a result of that. And the second thing is I have grown to value socializing and community so much more. The whole kair, Joel culture has really gotten to me. It's not just fun, it's super healthy. This is a message from an American in South Africa to other Americans who are thinking of visiting here. Yes, please come. But before you do, there's a couple things you need to know. First off, you're going to eat meat, and a lot of meat. And when you go to a braai and people ask you, do you have a braai in America? They're talking about like a cookout that we have. Say, no, nothing like this. What we have is kak. Just say it. They'll be happy. You will notice that South Africans will look at you from up and down. They're actually looking at your lips and your feet. Yeah, lips and feet are big. And if they say the words Zambak to you, it's not Zulu. They're saying that your lips are dry and you need to do something about it. And your shoes, you better make sure that they're clean, because if not, someone's going to say something about it. Oh yeah, and about feet. Do not be shocked that when you go to a supermarket, you will see children and adults barefoot. I know. Barefoot in a supermarket is so taboo in America, but just go with it. You will see that on the windows there are bars. They tell you that these bars are there to keep out criminals, but that's not true. There's another reason. See, the rumors that you've been hearing, these wild rumors of wild animals, they're absolutely true. Yeah, here in South Africa, there are wild animals all over the place. It's a wild place. I'm in Pretoria right now, which is one of the capitals. And, right behind me, I think that's an eland, kudu. I can't quite remember the names of these things. But yeah, they're roaming all over the place. Just whatever you do, like there are no tigers. Don't ask people about the tigers. But lions, bush babies, vicious creatures. So the bars are there to protect you from those. Unfortunately, they don't have screens on the windows, so you will get all sorts of things coming through, moths and bats and chocolos. But I hear chocolos goes through the wall, so whatever. And finally, when you are invited to hang out and kair, which is a way of having like a good time, or a Joel, which is even more fun, when people ask, well, how was it? Just smile and say, it was the fuck. One way my lifestyle has completely changed is I am a much more social person after having lived in South Africa for 18 months. I mean, you've got this amazing kair culture. Americans are definitely friendly, but not always very social. So, for instance, when we moved back to Waterford earlier this year, immediately, even before we got there, there were all these invitations to come, kair, have a braai, the sundowners, whatever. We arrived in America on Friday, and I put it on Facebook, the day before, and lots of well-wishing and greetings, but no invitations. And I think the American attitude is, well, let's give them time to settle down and we'll get to it eventually. But in South Africa, it just would have been, I think, a warmer welcome. And I don't think it's just because, my friends are great friends, but apparently they're not South African friends. They're American friendly. I miss from South Africa, but especially people. I mean, not just the South African people, but like people in general, because here in the United States, it seems like society is more and more designed to keep me from having any personal facial interaction with another human being. I mean, now I go to the supermarket and there's like no cashiers. It's all like auto checkout, and you have to make a mistake in order for someone to come over and help you, which I think I've been doing on purpose just so I could have some human interaction. But in South Africa, you're just always hanging out with people, like to the point where like I don't want to hang out with people anymore, but there's something pleasant about it. Even waiting in a long queue, like in home affairs or, to get whatever, like people talk to each other, like there's conversation. People selling snacks doesn't happen here in America. It's just like you're just dealing with robots, and not like your robots. your traffic lights. No, like robots. South Africans, when I tell people why I want to move to South Africa, the folks in the US and Canada, they don't believe me. So I need to come up with alternative reasons that they will buy. So I tell them I'm going because the people are amazing, the food's incredible, the cultures are wonderful, but they don't get it. So I'm like, what if I say instead, I want to move to South Africa because I want to have a pet lion? Oh no, that won't work because people have pet lions here in the United States. Okay, I can say, depending on who I'm talking to, I want to go to South Africa because I want to escape Trump or Biden or Elon Musk. They might buy one of those. Oh, but I've got the perfect one. Okay, I'm going to South Africa to save the children. Yeah, they're going to like that one. I'm confused. Were there 49 or 52 Afrikaners coming from South Africa to the United States? I get conflicting reports. Perhaps you gave birth along the way, or you found some worthy migrants from Morocco. Not quite sure. But when you get to the United States, one thing that's going to be difficult is people aren't as friendly and warm in the U.S., particularly with strangers. You know, in Pretoria, when I lived in Pretoria, all the time it was like, Mura, Mura. But in the United States, you can say hi. Sometimes you get a response, but often it's like this frightened look. The one group of people that I find particularly friendly are African Americans. And now that you are becoming African Americans, perhaps that's a group that you can bond with.
There's something about South Africa that sticks with people, even after they leave. And it's not just a memory, it changes them. It becomes part of who they are. An American named Name lived in South Africa for 18 months. He is now back in the United States, but he recently posted a video on social media sharing just how much he misses the country. In the video, he also offered advice for any Americans thinking about visiting. First, he explained that visitors are going to eat meat, a lot of meat, and they're going to hear the word braai. He said it's kind of like an American cookout, but then he quickly corrected himself. It's actually nothing like it. What Americans have is, well, not even close. He joked that when someone asks, "Do you have a braai in America?" the best response is, "Nope, nothing like this." Maybe even throwing in the word cock. South Africans will get a good laugh out of it. Next, he mentioned something people might not expect. South Africans will look visitors up and down. He clarified that it's not judgmental, they're simply looking at two things, lips and shoes. If someone says Zambak, it doesn't mean anything in Zulu. It means the person's lips are dry and need attention. Shoes also matter. If they aren't clean, someone will definitely point it out. Speaking of feet, he shared that visitors will see people barefoot in supermarkets. Kids, adults, it doesn't matter. In America, that's unusual, but in South Africa, it's completely normal. He encouraged visitors just to roll with it. He also talked about bars on windows. Officially, they're for security. But he revealed a little-known secret. Sometimes it's about wild animals. He explained that in Pretoria, one of the capitals, it's possible to see an eland or kudu wandering nearby. There are no tigers, but lions and bush babies are real. He added that chocolos apparently can go straight through walls. South African windows don't have screens, he noted, so visitors might encounter moths, bats, and other little creatures, all part of the local charm. Then he moved on to social life. When someone invites a visitor to kair, that means having a good time, or to a jol, that's an even better time. He advised going along. And when people ask afterward, how was it? The best response is a smile and letting the grin do the talking. He reflected on how South Africa changed him. First, he said he gained a much deeper appreciation for elders. He was moved by how people greet older folks, with mama, baba, tanny, or He noted that there's a deep cultural respect there, and it stuck with him. Now, he addresses people differently because of it. The second thing he highlighted was the sense of community. He said he misses the way South Africans socialize. The kair and jol culture isn't just fun, it's healthy. It's about connection, being present with people, sharing food, sharing stories. It made him value human interaction in a way he never did before. Finally, he encouraged Americans thinking about visiting South Africa to go. But he warned that they might come back a little different, and in his view, that's a good thing.